It's so nice to meet you. I first want to thank you for providing me with the opportunity to interview for this psychologist's assistant position. Being fresh out of my undergraduate program, I really want to gain some hands on experience within the field and have the ability to learn from someone with years of practice. But I will say it had to be the mission statement that I came across for your company within your job listing that made me know and realize that I really wanted to work specifically for your business as your goals of providing therapeutic services to individuals. That way, the stress they may face from psychological disorders no longer impacts their quality of life, perfectly aligns with my hopes and values of guiding people to a better way of living despite the obstacles psychological disorders can create. Going over my resume that I provided, I'm sure you recognize that I did graduate with two different degrees, one being in psychology and the other in interdisciplinary studies. On the surface level, the second degree may appear confusing, especially seems like I want to go into the field of clinical psychology, um, and especially with its lack of specified major, it can fail to explain what really occurred for the curriculum. But I do want to reassure you that it does have a purpose and does prove very valuable within this field because of how I built that curriculum within the program. Initially, I did not intend on pursuing this second degree, but it was the change from my original major to psychology that triggered its inclusion because of the excess credits that I could have accumulated. And that interdisciplinary degree acts as a build your own degree, and was able to take on the credits from that original major without incurring a negative charge due to exceeding credits. But there were still credits that I needed to meet and requirements within that degree after those credits went over, and I decided to make the best of it and use it as a way to expand what I needed to know in the field of psychology and understand people. So, what I chose to do was incorporate communication studies as well as anthropology studies, so the studies of humans and nonverbal and verbal communication. Communicating, especially as a psychologist, I feel is really important to understand due to the differences that can be demonstrated in body language across different cultures and different language barriers. But there's also similarities, so when there are those language barriers, you're able to also help recognize what an individual is experiencing due to understanding the general and accepted expression of emotions. For anthropology, it teaches about culture and how culture impacts an individual's opinions and outlooks on life. So that includes psychology or therapy, counseling services, those sorts of topics, which is this field, and having a understanding of how different cultures can view this treatment and these services is helpful in understanding how to approach those individuals. That way they may be able to benefit from the services without feeling as though they need to be ashamed or that they are weak. So I really hope this explains the purpose of it. And I really appreciate, again, you taking the time to meet with me. I really hope that I'm able to bring these experiences and understandings to your office if given the opportunity. And that way I'm also able to learn from you and continue to grow my understanding of the field of psychology. So thank you again, and I hope to hear back from you soon.